All right, well, we're getting geared up, ready to go. And surprisingly enough, thankfully enough, the storm's held off. For now, at least. They're supposed to come in at 4 o'clock in the morning, and right now there's still a chance, so we'll see what happens. But we've seen really nice 10-point out to where we'll be going to. And he's definitely like the lord of the raccoons, because we got a shot of him standing amongst all the raccoons out there. But I'm hoping with this overcast coming, sunlight kind of dropping down, that he'll come out a little earlier, because he's been coming in later. But it's finally opening night, so we're gonna go out, see what happens, see what he decides to do. Hopefully he crosses out in front of us, and man, hopefully we can get a good shot off and drop him. But in the meantime, just loading up the grizzly here. Really excited to hunt on the grizzly too. I've actually never done that before, so it should be good. Got these cool little grippers that I have available on shopyamaha.com. But just excited to get out in the stand, just keep my nerves calm, keep on going over that over and over my head. Just take it easy, go through the motions that I've been practicing on, and looking forward to making something happen here.
It's opening night of bow hunting here in Kentucky, and Scott Newby has just arrived to a familiar hunting location after a short trek using the Yamaha Grizzly EPS Special Edition. Up in the tree stand, let's hear his thoughts on how tonight might go down.
Finally made it up to the stand. Opening night. I have 2 shooting lanes, one to my left, one to my right. Potentially one out front. That'd be worst case scenario. Probably anywhere from 17 to 20 yards right now. We planned on getting here around 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. Now it's pretty much just gonna be a waiting game. The crazy thing about Kentucky, just like last year, is you never know what's gonna come out, when it's gonna come out. So just kind of to be ready and vigilant as much as I possibly can, and see what we can make happen.
The deer he's been anxiously waiting for have finally started moving into range.
They were taking their sweet time, no doubt about it, but it was this huge relief that they were starting to come. So I just kind of started to sit up in the stand, get ready, and making sure that everything was good. And as they're kind of right out in front of us, I noticed that Kevin was kind of looking a little further. So I'm like, oh man, all these things are going through my head. Like, am I looking at the wrong deer? Are these not the ones that I'm going for? Like, what's happening here? And also you can see Kevin goes right down to those deer, and he's like, oh my goodness, I could just like feel his energy saying like, these are the ones. We finally had the opportunity. It presented itself to us. So now all the weight is on my shoulders at this point. Watch him. I can't see him. I lost him. There he is. Oh. He's slowing down. You see him? I see him. That was nerve-wracking. I think it was a little far back. I do have an arrow in him. It's stuck in him. We saw him run off. I have back branches right here, so I couldn't see him far, but I still see some bugs milling about over there, and I think that he stopped over there. I don't know if it was him or not, but it was a little far back. I don't know how far back, but we do have an arrow in one. Sounds like Wade even has an arrow in one too, so we're gonna give him some time. Hopefully, he drops down here relatively soon. Starting to give him plenty of time though, and fingers crossed, fingers crossed. I headed back to camp, showed the footage to everyone, went over all the things, kind of explained the whole situation. I was on Kevin's right, shooting at the angle and really trying to walk everyone through the pace on what all happened, and hoping in my mind that Jeff or Wade was gonna say, oh yeah, that's a lethal shot, he's dead, whatever, you got him, we'll give him another hour and we'll go. That wasn't the case.
He's gonna die. I mean, it's way back and high. You know, I think he would let it low. I mean, I think if we go push that, we may. I mean, he may cross that river or lay down right on that edge and get sick, and he'd just die. But if we go over there now,
for better for worse, we're gonna give him the night. I'm sick to my stomach right now. I hate to even say that or think that, but we just want to give him the night. That way we don't push him, we don't pressure him, and hopefully he just expires right there. And hopefully we can get him tomorrow. May have to bring in some dogs, I don't know, but we're just gonna let nature take its course and let this storm roll through, and just kind of how my emotions are right now. So I wish I had better news, but let's hope that happens tomorrow. So it was a long sleepless night. It's one of those deals where you hope that you slept through and you look and it's only been 15 minutes and you know, time just keeps on dragging on. But storms came through last night. Looks like more storms are coming in around 9 o'clock. So because of that, we're gonna go out there a little earlier than we originally planned just to see if we can track them down, and we're gonna give it a shot, see what we got out there, and hopefully we can find them here soon. And he was in this area somewhere.
Oh, so he's pretty steep. That's a pretty steep angle.
And then my arrow's probably 20, 30 yards over here.
Yeah, it just pulled out.
And I think thinking he dove back in, but they were all milling about by that down tree over there for the longest time before they came in. And we never saw them after that.
Eating soybeans. Let's go find that arrow just out of curiosity. Washed it.
Yeah. I think I saw a little bit on the gray fletching there. But
guts.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. That's guts right there.
Once Wade saw where the arrow was in relation to where they were, he's thinking, okay, yeah, wow, we're cutting in way too early. We need to walk down further, and then that's when we'll probably, see at least more sign or see where he went in. So we went down to where the down tree was, because we knew that's where all the bucks and everything were kind of hanging out beforehand. And all I remember, Wade was walking in front of me, and I just see Wade raise up his hands.
There he is. So it was just like, I wanted to be like the referee playing football, throw my hands in the air and say touchdown, and everybody wants to celebrate at that point.
Whew. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. We ended up kind of trouncing through the soybeans there just to try and find that arrow, and ended up lining ourselves up with the where the stand was and found the arrow. I mean, it poured so much last night that there was pretty much nothing on it at all, but we saw a little bit of guts on the fletching there. So we knew, looking by the footage, that he didn't go off into the field. He had to have come through this way. Next thing I know, I see Wade right in front. He has his hands up, and it just got me perking up and looking forward, and there he was in all of his glory, just laying there. And oh man, such an awesome deer too. Wow, too beautiful. There was no better feeling than be able to walk up to him right there and just being able to see his mass, his size, and my first velvet buck that I've ever shot, and being able to do it with a bow out of all things, opening night in Kentucky, was such a cool experience. It was so much fun and such a great feeling overall.
Congratulations, Scott. The story of your first velvet Kentucky buck will be one you can tell for years to come.